Before the video starts, I want to make it clear that I do not dislike Pokemon. It's very clear if you ever seen what I play. Pokemon's my favorite series of game and my most played game. And I'm not just a nostalgia addict, and I'm not afraid of like change in my games. I put in a lot of hours into random games, and like Pokemon Go, I put in like 100 hours, and within a week, I put in 100 hours of Pokemon Quest in like a week. So I've loved playing Pokemon games just because it's Pokemon. It's fun to play, especially with the changes. This Pokemon Let's Go game is completely garbage. And this is coming from a super fan, a crazed fan that likes Pokemon for anything. I buy Pokemon every year just to play it and just to play competitive in it. That's why I play Pokemon. I do everything in Pokemon just to play it. But then playing this game really shows me that even if you love a franchise so much, you can't always overlook their faults, because this game is truly awful. You might be saying to me, oh, this game is made for children. Every Pokemon game is made for children. What do you... That's why there's an E rating, E6 plus on the cartridge. Every game is made for kids. It's a kids game. It's called a kids franchise. Its demographics are kids. Another argument would be, oh, this is for new fans that never played Pokemon. Every game is for new fans that never played Pokemon. That's why there's an introduction. That's why there is a catching tutorial. That's why there's a battling tutorial. Every game is a game focused on providing new players with the general concept of Pokemon. That's why they introduce you with a welcome new trainer. They don't say welcome returning trainer from the previous games. They don't say that. They say welcome new trainer. Idiotic. If you want to do an accurate argument, look at what Masuda actually says about the game. This game is made because of the Pokemon Go craze. Quote directly from Masuda from Eurogamer. So actually it was more that one of the main targets of these games is kids who haven't had the opportunity to play Pokemon Go. The target isn't kids mainly, it's kids who haven't played Pokemon Go. It is built off the Pokemon Go craze and also to cater to the kids who didn't get to play Pokemon Go. And that's because they didn't have phones or whatever. But the issue with that is the whole representing Pokemon Go and giving the opportunity for kids. That's a nice thinking, but you can't play Let's Go the same way as you play Pokemon Go. Number one, Let's Go's on the Switch. Pokemon Go is on your phone. Pokemon Go can use your data, so you could go hunt Pokemon everywhere. The Switch, you will only find Pokemon in the game, and you won't actually interact with the surrounding areas. You will interact with Kanto Pokemon in the Kanto region. I've played Pokemon Let's Go. That's why I haven't been so vocal about it, because I haven't played it. I didn't get to see what the game is actually about until I actually played it. I played it 2 days ago, and then I sold it immediately because of this. I was playing through it. Pewter City got me a bit frustrated because I wanted to play with the Pokemons I had, but then I had to catch an Oddish for whatever purpose. I was forced to catch an Oddish, and from the start, you don't have any options to choose any Pokemons you want. You don't get to choose the starter you want. You just have to stick with Pikachu and Eevee. You'll be like, oh, they're pretty popular Pokemons, but you can evolve them. You don't get to choose your starter. It's basically Pokemon Yellow, essentially. And Pokemon Yellow isn't that good of a game. It's just Red and Blue remade into similar to the anime, where Ash has a Pikachu. That's what Yellow was. And you don't get to choose what Pokemon you have. And then you're forced to catch an Oddish or any grass type to enter Pewter City. And then every gym requires you to have some stupid requirement to get into the gym. Once I passed through all that, I kind of fell asleep in Rock Tunnel because it was really boring me. And then I head to Fuchsia City. I entered the gym. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go through the motion and finish the game. As I enter Fuchsia City, I was met with the challenge block. I thought it was similar to the fresh water guy in Black and White, where he would just automatically talk to you up into like the third gym, and then he'll stop talking to you. But he kept talking to me every single gym, and this time he wanted me to catch 50 different Pokemons before I was able to challenge Koga. Now this is a problem, because what if I do not want to catch 50 Pokemons? What if I want to play the game as fast as I could? What if I want to play Pokemon as the way I want it, with my 6 Pokemon on the team, and I can't do that. I have to catch 50 different Pokemons, put it in my PC, and then just go to the gym. And that's when I stopped playing the game, because I was forced to catch a bunch of Pokemons and waste my time. And now this might seem abstract to you, but this completely fucks up Masuda's philosophy about the game. So according to Masuda on Eurogamer, when we try to think about how kids these days generally play games, what came to mind was mobile games, really. Games which you play for a short time, and perhaps you'll be moving up between various games pretty quickly. So if it was a game that kind of takes about 2 hours to get into, we thought that perhaps people might get a bit bored and then decide to move on to a different game. Okay, so with that quote, that's the end of the quote, there's nothing more, so don't take it out of context. That's what Masuda said. Now, that contradicts itself because you are forced to spend so much time catching 50 different Pokemons to get into the 5th gym of the game. Do you not see the problem with that? You want the game to be quick, hold a short attention span, but you also want people to catch all the Pokemons they can. Do you not see the contradiction of that? The whole purpose of Pokemon is to have options, to play how you want to play, to build your own team. Not you have to catch a grass type to enter this gym because you are so shitty at the game. And then obviously Masuda said they'll see what's gonna happen, what the response of the community, what fans are saying about the game. And 10 million sales on the Switch is amazing. It's top notch. It's blown away a lot of other records, but it does not hold up. In my opinion, this game does not hold up anywhere close to any of the Pokemon games. There are better reasons to buy the other Pokemon games, or to even download ROMs of the other Pokemon games and play that instead of this game. It's cheaper. All the other versions of Kanto are way better. Red, blue, and yellow, they're simple. They play fast, and you can speedrun. This is the speedrunner game that loves to play that game. And it's also simple. You could beat the game really fast. I just repeated myself. Okay. And then Fire Red, Leaf Green. Personally, that is the best version of Kanto because there's Kanto and obviously an after game where 7 islands, which is basically a new island. I mean, it's more islands than Alola, right? And then Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the remake Kanto post games, fantastic. There's higher level Pokemon, more of a challenge, and you could beat the game with your Johto Pokemon, with new Pokemons. That's another critique of Let's Go. I wouldn't mind so much if I could play with new Pokemons, with like Gen 7 Pokemons in Kanto. That would be pretty fun. Like all these new Pokemons back into the original Gen Kanto region. That'll be amazing to see. But you know what? We only get 151 Pokemons, and if you want to argue the fact that this is made for new Pokemons to get acquainted with Pokemon games, then what happens if they become a fan and then pick up the next game next year, Gen 8, and they see 1,000 Pokemons? Don't you think that's overwhelming? Don't you think you should add like at least half of them into Let's Go, see how it does? I mean, introduce the new players to at least half the Pokemons, and then there's more Pokemons the next game they buy. Don't you think that's more logical than just placing a small margin of the original, like just fucking dick sucking the original 151 and adding 2 new Pokemons, Meltan and Melmetal, and then the next game having 1,000 Pokemons? That's not. That's a dumb way to introduce new players. One good thing they did was actually the art style. I really like the art style. I think it did pretty well. Obviously, it's the new console, and it looks the best. And the battling system was okay. I don't like how they changed it from EVs and IVs to candies, but it's fine. There's no abilities, there's no items. It's very basic, and it's bad. It's not like Red and Blue simple. It's like Red and Blue's battling system was very flawed, and then they revert back to it nearly like similar to Red and Blue. Like now people are using self-destruct as a competitive move. Like they understand that HMs are kind of an annoyance, so they can seem like they're going to keep that away. And the catching system is awful in Let's Go. I said 2 good things, now I get to say a bad thing. The catching system in Let's Go is awful. If I point my joystick or my Joy-Con at it, I can't even play with my Pro Controller. I bought a $20 Pro Controller to play Smash and Legend of Zelda and Mario, but I can't use it on my Switch. I could play with a fucking joystick, the Poke Plus joystick, you know, that, but I can't play with 2 thumbsticks from my Pro controller, but I could play with one fucking Joy-Con that doesn't fit in my hand because it's so fucking tiny. That's obnoxious. Anyway, the throwing system, I fucking fling it at my TV, does not do anything. I fling it again, and then I miss. I fling it to the left, it goes right. If I fling it to the right, it goes fucking left. So that is my rant about the Pokemon Let's Go problem. I am fearful of what's gonna happen in Generation 8 because obviously they do see how well this game did, but I feel like that's pretty low because Pokemon games have carried like handheld consoles for so long. As you can see, the Game Boy Advance, the two best-selling games on the Game Boy Advance that like carry the Game Boy Advance is Ruby Sapphire and Leaf Green and Fire Red. Those the two titans of the fucking Game Boy Advance, and they carry that console. DS, the Pokemon games carry that easily. Don't even mention that to me. The 3DS, same thing. Pokemon carry that. If Pokemon Let's Go sold 10 million and there's still like an influx of, is this game good? Is this game awful? I feel like if they spent the time to make Generation 8 by now, like in place of Let's Go, it could have sold more units. It could have sold like 20 million units. Maybe that's a highballing scale because Smash sold 12 million and Smash was like hyped forever. But Pokemon fans are crazy. There's a lot of Pokemon fans out there, and they're not like always vocal on social media because they're kids. So we'll obviously have to see what's gonna happen next year. But I feel like it could have been higher. The selling units are high. Obviously, 10 million is really good, but it could have been better. I personally think it could have been better. Anyways, thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name's Alpha Dude, and let me know what you guys think about Pokemon Let's Go. Do you have the same disdain as me for the game, or do you guys actually enjoy it? If you guys do enjoy it, leave why you like it in the comments below. Also, let me know what you guys think of Generation 8. You guys think it's gonna be similar or completely different from Let's Go? Anyways, thank you. Like and subscribe. See you guys.